From one 1v1 to straight into another one, we're going to have the return of Lethamyr, and he's going up against Mectos, who is definitely playing some of the best that we've seen from him recently. Really impressive stuff. Definitely drop him a follow. Let's making a lot of content recently, while still playing at the highest level in North American RLCS. Now let's see how he does against an in form, I should say, Mectos. Twitch.tv/Lethamyr or Lethamyr_RL if you want to see his POV or listen to his audio. Up to you guys. So it's going to be really tough now for Mectos. A chance for him to prove that he is just as good as the old 1v1 legends. First play that he tries to make is a flip reset play. Gone wrong. Lethamyr decides to stay with this one. I love the ball pressure here from Leth instead of backing off for boost. That's caused Mectos to really miss out on an easy possession. So Mectos didn't have any space there to accelerate the ball up to pace, even though Lethamyr didn't himself get the craziest offense started. Still really smart by him, and you can expect to always have that from Lethamyr, who's really good at spacing, offensively or defensively. Oh my goodness! Might as well gift that one. Lethamyr opens up with a floor pinch, and not only that, but he's chipped it into the far post. 1-0. Lethamyr definitely still one of the best 1v1 players in North America, in my opinion. I recently saw him playing some private 1v1s against Dapper, and I know Dapper was climbing the 1v1 ladder towards the end of last season, reaching top 10, I believe, worldwide. And there's not too many NA players reach top 10 worldwide because most of the 1v1 leaderboard is dominated by EU players. But Dap was able to get up there, and despite that, Lethamyr was able to hang with him and beat him, I think, 3 or 4 times in a row at the end of their session that they played. So very impressed with what I saw from Lethamyr recently as well. Beautiful first touch there by Mectos. Sets up the flick perfectly. Just over a minute into the match, these two are matching up pretty evenly so far. When's NA man feeling like 5k? Don't know the details on that just yet, but hopefully I'll have that for you guys before too long. Fake from Mectos gives him the lead here. It's rare that Lethamyr will, pre-jump out of position or get caught on the wrong side of a 50-50. This is something that his camera settings really give him an advantage on over other players, is that extra bit of vision. And he is a true believer in these. Able to execute the mechanical side of the play just fine, which is not something I see from everybody who tries to use these settings that are a little bit higher up, a little bit further back, and also I believe fixed. He does play with stiffness on 1, right? So his car is always the same distance away from his camera. Control by Lethamyr. Flicks it into the crossbar though. Mectos just sitting waiting, see if he can get an easy counter-attack started, but the boost steal's coming in from Leth. He's not going to give Mectos space here, unless he absolutely has to. Leth trying to no ball cam bump play. Mectos looking solid in defense for the time being, has to be said. But Lethamyr not overcommitting is important. Can't afford to overcommit against a player as quick as Mectos. It's more offense for Lethamyr, and this time he will find the back of the net. Great change up. He's been slow playing for quite some time, letting the ball bounce really close to Mectos' net before trying to make a shot or a pop happen, and this time he shoots from outside the box as soon as Mectos turns to challenge. A really good change up there by Lethamyr. Oh, wow. Well, that is pretty unfortunate for Mectos. He loves his bumps after kickoffs. If the two players after a face-off land close to each other, you can always expect Mectos to go for a bump play. But Lethamyr just uses the bump to get to the boost even faster. It's a really smart play by him. So far, I would say out of the two players, Mectos has definitely got the higher average speed. Not that average speed is a direct win condition in 1v1. That's a beautiful ceiling shot though. Oh my goodness, Mectos just putting an insanely impressive shot on net. gets underneath it after the reset on the ceiling and almost flicks it into the top shelf of the goal. Lethamyr just standing still, looking at it. Oh, now that's rare. We don't see that very often. Lethamyr missing a kickoff goal, and it's actually a kickoff goal that I've seen him score so many times. Certainly something he's got practice with. The one where he's just kind of sitting in the middle with no momentum, waiting for the ball to come to him. But perhaps recently he's not had that happen too often. Maybe he's forgotten how to do it. Clean demo by Mectos. Lethamyr knew it was coming, but he couldn't get away from it. That dodge into the corner is what sealed his fate. Flip reset for Mectos. Decides to just land and shoot instead of flicking the ball from mid-air. And Lethamyr could not read it. He saw the flip reset coming in, but he didn't expect that rapid shot to come out of it. He probably expecting more of a floaty play or a lofted ball. I don't think Mectos even needed to wave dash there, did he? I didn't hear the wave dash either time on the replay or the initial shot. This really is going to be tough for Lethamyr. I'm sure he will be able to adjust, but Mectos is playing so well today, and I mean, anyone who's been watching Mectos in his previous show matches will know that when he's playing well, he is an absolutely terrifying player to go up against. Completely monstrous mechanics and offensive repertoire. And his 1v1 IQ is up there with some of the best as well. Lethamyr might be the player with the highest 1v1 IQ in North America of all time. Perhaps recently that's gone down just a little bit with his focus on 3v3, but every time I see him play ones, I'm still very impressed with his decision making and his positioning. I know he squares up to challenges and 50-50s. This is going to be so interesting moving forward. Mectos with a sweep onto Rettles already today, and now manages to take a strong lead against Lethamyr, and indeed a game win. That is going to be game one. Beyond reach for Leth. With only a few seconds left, it's been Mectos actually nailing his highly mechanically intensive plays, and if he can keep that up, Lethamyr is going to need to up his aggression. He's not going to be able to sit back in net and react to these aerial plays, these ceiling setups. He's just going to have to go quick as possible, because there's no way that you're saving the kind of shots that we saw there from Mectos reactively. It's got to be either a dive-in challenge or a pre-jump. That's the only two options Lethamyr's got. I guess the third option is hoping that Mectos messes it up, but we'll have to wait and see if that happens. Doesn't look likely with how well Mectos is playing today. Good defense by Mectos to start off game number 2. Shutting down 2 Lethamyr offensive plays already. Leth trying to catch Mectos coming forward out of position here. But Mectos is actually reading what Leth is trying to do very well so far this game. But there is a goal for Leth. Places it in the right corner. And 1-0 from a reverse 50-50. Really good bounce there off the ceiling for Leth. The angles that he's picking for these 50-50s are really smart. It's not something you see too often. An offensive corner reverse 50-50 is rare for sure. Lethamyr's coming in from a pretty safe angle. There's not too many bounces that are crushing him there. Mectos, great power on the shot, but the save from Lethamyr is just as good. And what is Mectos going to do this time? He goes for the early touch on the ball. I love that by Mectos. He's actually changing up his plays so much. I imagine that he either expected or saw Lethamyr coming forward there. But Lethamyr was anticipating a flip reset attempt, dove in. Like I was saying, if Mectos is hitting these shots, Lethamyr has to dive in. He's trying to make it work, but it isn't working here because Mectos is just making it happen so fast. We see it again here from Leth. He jumps off the wall early because he knows, based on what he saw in game 1, he can't sit on his goal line against Mectos. It's just not going to work against a player of his caliber. Needs to dive in or intercept as early as possible. The problem is, Mectos knows that as well, so he's hitting the ball as early as he can to counter Lethamyr, who's attempting to counter him. It's really high level stuff here from Mectos to know what Lethamyr is going to try and do to counter what he already showed him in game 1. That's a good way to take the lead. Lethamyr air dribbled to the bottom corner, saved by Mectos. Power slide on the landing just to stay with the ball as well from Mectos, threatening another demo in Lethamyr's corner. Now Lethamyr's got Mectos completely on the wrong side of the ball. Smashes a hook shot at the near post, but Mectos stays with it. I think Lethamyr may have rolled that ball a little bit too far to the left that time. I love that he switched sides in the field, but it was such a distant shot that Mectos didn't have to think about pre-jumping. He just sat back and watched it. And what placement from Mectos. He shows Leth how it's done. Gets the set up much closer to the goal. And he makes good on it. 3-1. Mectos is looking on fire right now. Are Belgium and Morocco in the same server region? They are, yeah. It's, what do you call it? EU. He's a Morocco, well, striker from Morocco actually living in Germany right now. So he's always playing the EU server as his main. But Itachi, yeah, I believe he's actually living in Morocco. He gets pretty good ping to EU servers as well, because Morocco's super close to Europe. It's much closer than, say, the Middle East, for example. Which I know there's a few countries outside of EU that play on my stream these days. Huge dunk by Mectos. 4-1. Lethamyr is struggling at the moment. He just doesn't have a reliable challenging strategy. He doesn't have a good read on what Mectos is trying to do. Hey, Tater, thanks for the 15-viewer host. I appreciate that. Hopefully I had a good stream. Are people arguing about Cloud9 in chat being the best team in the world right now? Hey, they might be. They might be, you never know. There's a lot of teams that could be the best team in the world. I mean, at the moment, the best team on LAN is difficult to say because we haven't had a LAN for quite a while. But online, there's no doubt the best teams are NRG and Vitality. That's pretty much, you know, a guarantee. But whether that'll translate to LAN is much more difficult to say. The last LAN that we did have in Rocket League, Vitality and NRG both did quite well in it. NRG actually got to the semi-final and lost to Vitality. Vitality got to the final and lost to Dignitas. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh, that's well done by Leth. Was this even on target before his last touch? Look at this. We have to check it out one more time. I reckon that was that hitting the post and going out before he got that last little touch on it? Really good stuff either way, because it was either hitting the post and staying on the goal line or going post and in. But sticking around there after the demo, definitely a good idea. Could look for another demo play here. Leth actually with a dunk and the open net, and he secured it. 3 goals for Leth. Mectos not out of the woods yet. Only 2 goals separating them now. You think Rogue versus Triple Trouble in the grand finals of LAN? More like whoever gets second seed in OCE versus the second seed from South America. Ints, I believe they're called. Eyeball by Leth. And he's quick to follow up. Oh my goodness, he almost gets the luckiest dunk I've ever seen. But Leth really should have been scored in that. I honestly love the confidence to go for the shot, but he didn't boom it. He just kind of focused on getting it on target, and Mectos was able to get the save. Leth lands a bump, but look at the recovery by Mectos. Wave dash off the back wall and secures the open net. 6-3. Lethamyr's only got himself to blame for that one, because he had the setup that he needed, found the backboard, and he had the free shot, uncontested shot, with a wide open rebound. Low boost albeit, still very scoreable. And although he committed to it, he didn't go at it with 100% confidence. Sort of hit it a bit softly. Now this is the last chance for Leth in this game. He needs to get control of the ball and get it on net as quickly as possible. It's not the cleanest landing though, and now Leth's flown out of the game. He's trying to get an early interception. That's going to be GG in game 2. Mectos 7-3. And he's looking like he's ready to take down a legend here. The Brazil players are the Sweaty and Salty. I've only had positive encounters with Brazilian players, South American players in my Rocket League history. They're all the players who played in the League of Rockets World Cup for Brazil. Oh, that's a great rebound by Leth. Look at that. So yeah, 4th goal in the game. Had to play his boost really efficiently here. Flying down and into position with only 4 left. But unfortunately for him, only 4 goals till Mectos 7. This is really putting the Rattles loss in perspective, because Mectos is popping off today. 10 saves for Mectos. That's absolutely ridiculous. Leth says he's not playing seriously. I mean, I'm sure he's not playing as sweaty as he would be if he was not streaming, for example. But regardless, there's no denying that the shots Mectos are hitting, I guess. Shots Mectos are hitting. What on earth am I talking about? Yeah, the shots that Maxtoes make it today are on a level above what even the highest level goalkeeping in the world is going to be able to save most of the time. And Lethamyr, on the other hand, is not hitting his shots with the same confidence, the same consistency that we're used to seeing from him. But it's absolutely not beyond him to get a reverse sweep here. If anyone's going to do it, you'd probably want Leth in this position. Is there anyone else that you guys would put into blue team here to get a reverse sweep against Mectos other than Leth? From North America, first of all, is there anyone? I don't think there would be. I think if you want somebody to come in and reverse sweep Mectos, Leth is probably your man. Gibbs, Fireburner. Oh, Fairy. Yeah, I guess Fairy Peak, but he's not American. Because I'm imagining that same player is the player who lost the games 1 and 2. So if you're saying Gibbs, for example, do you think that Gibbs, after losing 2 games to Mectos, would be the best player to reverse sweep him? I don't know if anybody has a higher chance of getting a reverse sweep in this spot than Lethamyr, just because he is such a difficult player to beat, even when he is down. I've seen him reverse sweep several times in the past, even against players who are popping off. And look at that, Lethamyr puts a couple of much better shots on net, and he's up by 2. Now, if he can keep shooting at this level, if he can make his flicks be powerful and top shelf every time, if he can hit his open net shots, especially these ones on kickoff, then instead of seeing 10 saves for Mectos in the last game, maybe we see 10 goals for Lethamyr. It's easy to see that happening if Lethamyr elevates his offensive gameplay to that level. Defensively, I don't know if there's much he can do. If Mectos plays as well as he has been playing in offense, Lethamyr can just keep on doing what he is doing right now in defense. That's make it as difficult as possible for Mectos. But it's offensively that he's struggled and had the most room to improve on. And look at that, 4-0. Another perfect flick by Lethamyr. This is more like what we expected to see from him. Perfect timing on it as well. It's beautifully gone in off the top corner. Fortune Forcefield, thanks to the 2-month Prime. Welcome back to the stream, my man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, right after this, guys, we're going to have Morocco versus Belgium 2v2. So lots of stuff to see on today's stream. Lethamyr with the air dribble. Maxtoes staying down low, but too low. Lethamyr makes it 5. Really interesting change up we've seen now. Really surprising to see such a huge swing. I firmly believe that Lethamyr can get a win here in this game, and indeed this series. But I didn't think it was going to be 5-0 in this game. I'm very impressed to see such a switch on in offense. Absolutely nailing every shot all of a sudden. Little fake there by Leth to back up Mectos. And now he's perfectly baited the challenge as well. That's going to be 6-1. Lethamyr is playing much smarter in this one. Here are the players for Morocco versus Belgium. It's going to be Striker and Itachi for Morocco, who were both top 10 in 2v2 at some point in the last season, towards the end of the last season. And for Belgium, it will be Azrael and Impact, who are 2 pretty insanely gifted mechanical players from EU at the moment. 26th of May is when I'm coming back. Sorry if anybody thought I was waiting till 26th of June. No, I did not explain well enough. I'm just going to be away for a week. I don't know if I'll be streaming on the 26th when I'm back. Probably not, because I'll probably be tired from traveling. But I'll definitely be streaming on the 27th, unless I'm like sick or something. So maybe not definitely, but very likely that I'll be streaming on the 27th, which is just over a week from now. So I'll be away 1 week. After Les said he wasn't playing serious, his chat said play a serious game, so maybe he is trying a bit harder this game, seems, with all those shots and defensive plays. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that sort of makes sense, but Lethamyr didn't really change up his strategy. The difference is he's actually hitting his shots this game. So if not playing serious means just missing, then I suppose, yeah, I guess I'll believe that line of thinking. But for me, not playing serious means, you know, trying excessively flashy plays, trying to incorporate more ceiling shots, flip resets, and, you know, air dribbles into your game. But that wasn't what was causing Lethamyr to lose. He wasn't being excessively flashy. He wasn't, you know, pushing the boundaries of what he's capable of in that regard. He was just not hitting his shots. Mectos had 10 saves, need I say more? If your opponent in 1v1 has 10 saves, your shots probably weren't good enough. That's why he lost. But now he's probably, what he has done is he's just started focusing. So maybe that's what he meant. He just wasn't 100% focused on what he was doing, which is that's definitely believable, because when you're streaming, it's much harder to focus on gameplay while also having high levels of chat interaction. So if you go watch, you know, Leth POV of the 2 losses, and he's talking a lot throughout them, then that would make a lot of sense. And maybe this game he's decided to play quiet vocally and just, you know, focusing 100% on what he's doing. That would definitely help you hit your shots higher percentage of the time. Hey, how's it going, Pox? Do I have a job? This is my job, Sammy. I just stream Rocket League casts and analysis and occasionally gameplay, upload it to YouTube, and then I do live events on the side. That's what I do, is I put food on the table. But I want to get top players from South Africa in game sometime. I don't know if there are any. I mean, obviously there are players in South Africa who are the best South African players, but I don't know how good they are, because I don't know what leagues they could play in to compare. The only way that you can prove that you're a top level player, oh, unlucky there for Mectos. Yeah, like I was saying, the only way you can prove that you're, you know, a world-class player is by beating players who are widely regarded as world-class players, like the top level of RLCS in EU and NA, for example. Players from you know, Morocco or the Middle East can play on European servers and beat those high-level EU players and prove that they are also world-class, even playing with a ping disadvantage. But I think if you're from South Africa, your ping's probably going to be like unplayable against EU players. And I don't know what the actual highest rating, or what the potential is in terms of getting high rated on the rank ladder from South Africa is. Like, how high rated can you get playing from South Africa? Is anybody top 100, for example? Because if you're not top 100, then you're definitely not ready to play against players who do play on my stream. And even if players are top 100, they're sometimes not ready, because show matches are a bit more of a nerve-wracking environment for most players. High-level grand champs, just no stage we can really play on. Yeah, I feel you. You know, it's difficult when you're in a region that's really far away from other top regions. Hard to make a name for yourself. But I don't know if my stream's the right place to do that, to be honest. Like, I don't know how I could set up a match that would be fair for South African players, for example. It's really hard for Asian players and Australian players for that same reason, because there's just no server matchups that are close. South American players, you can make an even matchup by them playing on the North American servers. Middle East and the North of Africa, you can play on the EU servers to a pretty good level, but yeah, it's much harder when you're that little bit further away. But yeah, I had some like weird messages from various people when I posted Striker versus Monkey Moon. I made the title of that video, I think it was something like highest rated African player, because Striker is a dual nationality Moroccan German player, and he I think whenever you sign what your nationality is, he always signs Moroccan, so I think he's chosen that to be the same nationality as his parents, although he could have gone either way. So yeah, he is Moroccan, and I at the time of that match happening, he was the highest rated African player in 1v1. It's just fact. So I made that the stream title, and people were really annoyed. They're like, is this guy even African? I was like, well, yes, he is. I was like, what do you think? I'm just like clickbaiting this. No, it's like facts, factual. Oh, look at that by Mectos. No way. Oh, Lethamyr gets a save on what would have been goal of the series so far. Flying up to a ceiling reset. Airwell shot from Leth is good though, and that's going to be a tie game. And the same trend is holding true that we saw start in game 3, and that is Lethamyr starting to nail his shots. So all the players that get in my stream are top 100. Not always. I don't, top 100 isn't like a necessity or, the stepping stone to get on my stream. I just invite players onto my stream who I think my viewers will want to see. That's my job. So I just, if my viewers want to see a player, or if I think they're gonna be interested in a certain player, I'll get them on my stream. That's pretty much it. And do I think that my stream would want to watch a really high ping matchup between Bubble Region and some top level RLCS players? Probably not. I don't think it would be a good game. Just like I don't think my stream would want to see other random Grand Champ players get clapped by really top level players. It's just not as fun for people to watch, Yeah, I really hope that the Bubble Regions get more opportunities. I don't know what that would be, but the best way for Psyonix and Rocket League to support Bubble Regions, in my opinion, is to make wildcard seeds for RLCS. So a big wildcard tournament. Maybe you get the best team in South Africa, the best team in Japan, best team in the Middle East, and stuff like this, to all play each other on a mini LAN. You fly them all into a location, they all play for one seed, the wildcard seed to the World Championship. That would be what I would do. We'll have to wait and see, maybe in the future. There's a lot going on with Rocket League this year, so I don't know how much time or likelihood we are to see new stuff like that happen. Psyonix doesn't own Rocket League anymore, but they still run things as far as I understand. I love that from Lethamyr. Look at this slow play here. Gets the ball in field, bumps Mectos away, and he knows that Mectos is going to pre-jump that save. So he just lets it roll behind him. 3 goals to 4 now. Let's see if Lethamyr can come back, tie this one up. Well, that looks like the answer to that question is going to be yes. And it didn't take too long to find out the answer as well. Love that from Leth. Beautiful. If he plays the ball there, he is probably just losing a 50-50 or giving Mectos a free possession. But he wants to do something. He wants to be proactive in that position. So the only way that he can do that is by playing the car. Just going straight into the demo. No boost to seal. Just go for the demo. Great shot. Left's up 5-4 now. The reverse sweep is starting to look a lot more likely. Yeah, I've casted Mittens before. I think just one time he lost 3-0 to First Killer. Sorry guys, for some reason I've just got a runny nose out of nowhere. It's all this pollen in the air. I've got hay fever. Type 1 in the chat if you've got hay fever. Awful. Just awful stuff. Unlike that save from Lethamyr. See what I did there? Beautiful transition, seamless. Yeah, Maxtoes really want to get this series locked up in game 4. Lethamyr is starting to put together a real case for a series win. The last game that we saw between them in game 3 was Lethamyr dominating from the start. This is a game which Mectos had the lead in early on, and then he allowed Lethamyr to creep back into it. Lethamyr's looking like he's ready to take a win here. Great bump. The ball's actually just gone in with the spin that it had coming off the wall. And with 4 seconds left, Lethamyr is on the verge of setting up the reverse sweep. Yeah, I still do prize pool 1v1s. The problem I've had with those recently is that the donation goal thing on Streamlabs, I haven't been able to get it working, so the automated prize pool like addition isn't working. But yeah, if somebody donates money and says it's for a prize pool, then that's fine by me. I'll just have to add it up myself though. Hey Fever, 2:20-2:30 on a Saturday night. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe. I did open my window. Maybe somebody's cutting grass outside, or was cutting grass late in the night. Yeah, this is that's why I said Left's gotta be our man for the reverse sweep. If anybody, look at him just go about his business, and he's just so hard to beat in a series. 1-0 left. What a return to the 1v1 scene this would be, because we all know for a fact that Mectos is on form today. He's going to continue with the flashy plays, and he gets on with a bit of a mind game. Lethamyr was ready for the contact on the ball, not ready for the clean whiff on the shot. Mectos waited really long there just to make it as difficult as possible for Leth to read the shot as it came in. I don't think he intended to miss the ball. That was a stroke of good luck. Off the wall he goes again, accidentally dodges in front of it, and Lethamyr's comes strongly through the middle with a 50-50. If there will be any Rocket League broadcast professionally like RLCS, what you mean today? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know when the next Rocket League RLCS broadcast is. Somebody, I think it's next weekend, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, look at this. Mectos is still up for this. Did he have his dodge? He didn't dodge into the ball. Maybe not wanting to dodge out of position accidentally. Lethamyr passed to himself off the side wall. Wall beside the goal, I should say. But not for the first time this game and this series. He's not looking confident with his 1v1 rebounds. I'm sure if he's got a teammate backing him up there, he would be scoring that with a lot more speed and accuracy. Or Lethamyr being considered for the 4. Hey, all top players are being considered for the 4, of course. And there we go. Mectos does get one back. Lethamyr thought that he did enough with that clear, but by hitting it down the middle, he's walked straight into Mectos' trap.
Hey, glad to see
he's
Left
conceded
back
again.
stream.
Saj88, thanks for the 7-month Twitch Prime. I'm glad to see Left back on stream as well. It's awesome to see him in ones. Such an interesting player to watch. What a pre-jump that is. He's still got 45 boost to play with. Mectos might not know how much boost Leth has, and you can see there he did let his guard down a little bit. Leth almost surprising him with a counter attack. Mectos, wave dash, slots it in the bottom corner. And what a goal for 3-1 that is. Lethamyr, afraid to go off the wall early, tried to dive in the way of the direct shot, but he didn't see the wave dash or the bottom corner being a potential threat. And there's still no doubt that Mectos has got the more elaborate offensive arsenal. It's not the more effective though. When Lethamyr is making his shots count, when he's actually hitting his shots confidently, his repertoire of offensive moves is just as useful, if not more so, I would say. But for 2 games early on in this series, he really wasn't hitting his shots at all. And this 5th game, he's also had a bit of problems finding the back of the net. That's careless by Leth. He should have conceded a 4th goal there. He gets away with it because Mectos has missed the target across the field. But good little touch there by Mectos. Kill some time. He's grabbed a 100 boost in the midfield. But can Lethamyr put a solid shot on net? It's not the best one to start off with, but that's probably just a testing hit there by Leth just to make sure that Mectos isn't ball chasing. He obviously would punish Mectos if Mectos was ball chasing there. And if Mectos isn't, then there's still a chance that Leth can make a follow-up play if Mectos misplays. Mectos looking focused, looking solid. And he's, almost taking a 4-1 lead again. This time the post saves Leth. Leth is hanging on here for dear life in this game. Could have easily been 4-1, 5-1. Can he hold on much longer? Mectos coming into position again and almost puts another shot on target. Oh, that's awful for Leth. He's going to be so disappointed about that outcome as Mectos steals the boost right under his nose and scores immediately afterwards. Don't think Leth even spotted the boost steal. Was he going back over for it there? Surely he spotted the boost steal there. It looked like he was trying to path back onto it, but I doubt he missed that happening. Mectos setting up more and more ceiling plays. And now the mind game. He's just got inside Leth's head so much with the ceiling shots. Lethamyr is just at a loss for what to do. He doesn't know whether he should challenge early, whether he should challenge late, whether he should challenge at all. And Mectos has taken a 4-goal lead. Lethamyr should be getting one back. Oh no, Mectos is stuck in front of him, in fact. And unless Leth can start to put together some efficient shots, he is going to be struggling at the end of this game. Delayed flick saved by Mectos, making this game even less likely to fall into Lethamyr's hands. Ball is just so dead in the corner here. There's nothing that Leth can do to get some life into it. Now he finally has some space to work with, but he's not moving too fast, and that's something that you'll have to change if he wants to get the win here. Flicks it top right corner. Mectos with another great save, and he's recovering as well to get in the way of this follow-up shot. Lethamyr just can't find the back of the net here, and with all the time being wasted by Mectos, it might be the game 5 win imminently. Leth isn't done yet though. 36 seconds left. He does get the goal that he's been looking for. Did I script this game to script all the games, mate? Don't need to seek fluidic. Aye, everybody's going to be spamming that, aren't they? I'm alright for now. Lethamyr looking for a bump, but he can't get it. Mectos takes all the boosts, and that might be the game for Mectos. He's just got to make sure not to give away the ball here. He's going to go one better. Oh, almost. Tried to style on Leth in the closing seconds, but now it is all or nothing for Lethamyr. He needs to get the ball middle. He needs to put it into the back of the net, or it is going to be all over. And there it is, the confirmation. Mectos has done it. He has beaten Lethamyr, who started this series with some tame shots, and unfortunately for him, he finishes it with some tame shots. GG. So Mectos definitely popping off today with his offensive mechanics. And in this game 5, he just had Leth's flicks and shots mostly on lockdown. That was the issue. It's the saves is the interesting stat here for me. Mectos getting a lot of saves in the games that he's winning. But yeah, really good series. Great to see Leth back in the 1v1, and you know, definitely check him out on his Twitch. I think he's still live, if I'm not mistaken.